He was cruising down the highway, looking for a bite to eat. It was 2:30 in the morning. He felt like something sweet. He spied a restaurant parked out on Route 69. He pulled into that diner and proceeded to dine. The waitress was in nylons and wore lipstick on her lips. She had a straw stuck in her soda, and she spoke between her sips. And as she wiped the counter, she began to sing a song, and a voice from in the back room began to hum along. Nothing could be finer than the 69er diner in the morning, when the highway numbs you and your hunger overcomes you in the night. She said, I suppose you'd like to see a dish that isn't in the book. If it isn't on the menu, we can fix it with a cook. Then she snapped her gum at him in the green fluorescent light and smiled as warm as a polar bear on Christmas night. He said, I'm a little short on cash, and smiled real nice. She said, you must be kidding, but I got some free advice. Love is made of money, honey, and my heart is made of ice. And when you're in the market, man, you gotta pay the price. And suddenly a strange smile slid across her face. She said, perhaps we can feed your need if you don't mind the taste. We got everything in the pantry, boy, except the kitchen sink. Just remember when you order, dear, you are just what you think. He said, I appreciate your thoughtfulness, but one thing disturbs me a little. I don't feel all that comfortable when people talk in riddles. She said, you think you'd feel all that good if they just out and spilled the beans? Maybe you'd better come with me for a look behind the scenes. Well, as she led him to the kitchen, she whispered something strange. No one's ever free until they see they are in chains. He was just about to ask her what that's supposed to mean as she pushed him through the swinging doors that were swallowed by the steam. And as the fog began to lift, he heard her voice close and low, introducing relatives of hers who ran the show. That's my dad behind the apron, she said. He spent his whole life in the kitchen. He's not exactly henpecked, though he is a little chicken. They call my cousin Antoinette, like she runs a guillotine. They call my husband Sir, cause he's a full-time ex-marine. They call my brother Bright, but to me he can't hold a candle. We can call the whole thing off if it gets too hot to handle. the steel sink and did a minstrel show of sorts. She said we farm them out to entertain at all the local resorts. And there are naked success by all available reports. Then she showed him out to the booths, where he noticed freaks of every kind. There were priests and poets and presidents strung out down the line. There were lumberjacks and beauty queens and even the past had left behind. She said, if they don't look so sharp to you, it's 'cause they got no axe to grind. And there were ants who danced in the floorboards, and flies who buzzed in German. There were wasps who stung out at everyone who hung out. There was gesticulating vermin. There was a hermit crab on the TV set giving a final sign-off sermon. He croaked, nothing matters anyway, since it's all been predetermined. Sitting in a corner booth, working on this tune. I'd revised the lines so many times I was running out of room. The situation was desperate, and I saw no escape. I had to pull something out of my hat to make the whole scene take shape. So I had him come over to my table and look me in the face. Instead of all the tragedies I've seen tonight, this one's the biggest waste. And there were real tears in his eyes as he whispered, is there nothing we can do? She said the only reason you feel like feeding him is 'cause of hunger eating you. Here he collapsed back to the counter, then shuddering with fright. She said, you know, I've reconsidered after what you've been through tonight. Now if you still think it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, you're welcome to a bite. He said, thanks, just the same, but I lost my appetite. And with those words she kissed him on the cheek, sent him on his way. He was walking across the parking lot as night was dying into day. And from the cafe door she yelled, you're welcome back anytime you feel there's starvation on the highways and you're asleep